This is 5 on your side at 4, focused on you.
Right now, police are looking for 3 teenagers who escaped from a youth center in St. Louis County. Thanks so much for being here. I'm Kay Quinn. The teens escaped around 5 this morning from the Division of Youth Services building that's on Fort Bellefontaine campus in North St. Louis County. 5 on your side's Travis Cummings is live at the center now with details about the teens and a chase that happened after their escape. Travis?
Hey, Kay, we now know that it was 3 boys who ran away this morning. A source tells our I-team that they were in here, 2 16-year-olds and the other is 17. They were here at the facility for various crimes that includes resisting arrest, misdemeanor assault, and unlawful use of a weapon. According to that source, these 3 teens were found using a phone they weren't supposed to be using last night without permission. This morning, staff members heard a loud noise. When they went to investigate, they noticed a door in the common space area had been kicked in and a window was broken. Now, staff also reported a late model Hyundai picked the teens up from here. Officers later chased that car, but eventually called off the pursuit. Now, this isn't the first high-profile incident involving teenagers who have escaped from a youth facility. Criminologist Kenya Brumfield-Young says while the circumstances surrounding how these teens were able to get out are unclear, there's a number of things that are evident.
We have to evaluate and make sure that the treatment and program modalities are in line with the young people that we're getting and meeting things like the level of trauma that they're seeing, their experiences, and that we're continually evolving. We absolutely need to make sure that we have additional funding for therapeutic staff, therapeutic, day-to-day staff and interventions.
The Department of Social Services runs this facility. They say that they are working with police to find the teens. They also say that they meet regularly to improve the safety and conditions here at the facility. We're live in St. Louis County. Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
All right, thank you, Travis. In less than 24 hours, a St. Louis judge could decide whether to overturn Lamar Johnson's murder conviction. Johnson has been serving a life sentence for the 1995 murder of Marcus Boyd. During a hearing in December, someone else confessed to be the real killer, and a witness recanted a statement. The judge will rule on the case tomorrow afternoon at 1:30. We will have a reporter in the courtroom tomorrow. You can also watch it live on KSDK.com, on the 5 on Your Side app, and on 5+ on your Roku and Amazon Fire TV. Right now, fewer Metrolink train cars are on the tracks. Red and Blue Line routes are operating with single-car trains, all part of Metro's work to improve security and safety for passengers. Some of the older cars have voltage problems related to the security camera systems, so they're being taken out of service while crews repair them. Metro says during the morning rush hours, it'll add a 2-car train on the tracks to avoid slowdowns and disruptions. All right, let's take a live look outside where it's been a bright and mild Monday. Definitely feeling more like spring than winter, but that's about to change. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell here with details. He's in the Weather First Weather Center. Scott?
You know, we are at the point where spring fever's really starting to show up right now. We're getting that diagnosis from the medical professionals. And the reason being is you look outside and there is tons of sun around the area. We've had a hard time even finding cloud cover today around the St. Louis area. In fact, for most of Missouri and Illinois, 61 degrees right now looking out into St. Peters and through St. Charles. Temperatures across the area topping out above 60 for most of us again today. Mascoutah 62, it's 63 in Creve Coeur. You've got 61 out in Lake St. Louis. And again, looking up in Florissant right now, what a beautiful afternoon as the kids get out of school. Temperatures, well, they're pleasant. Skies are mainly clear. Our clouds, though, are going to be on the increase tonight. That is the next weather system down to our southwest. It rolls in here as we head into tomorrow morning. So showers will arrive at some point tomorrow morning. They'll be more widespread during the afternoon. But this is important. The strong winds are going to become gusty tomorrow. Winds have been very light today. They are going to pick up, could gust to 50 miles per hour in a few places tomorrow, which means a few power outages can be expected. We'll see in a few minutes. We'll talk about that rain chance tomorrow and the next system that gets us later this week, Kay.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Scott. Right now, there are more questions than answers after 4 aerial objects were shot down over the U.S. and Canada. 3 of the 4 shot down just since Friday. The U.S. military is working to recover and study the wreckage, hoping to find the purpose and origin of the objects. NBC's Bree Jackson has the latest.
The U.S. military shooting down a 4th unidentified high-altitude object Sunday, this time over Lake Huron.
The truth is that we haven't been able to gain access to the 3 that were shot down Friday, Saturday, and yesterday, in large part because of the weather conditions.
President Biden ordering the takedown after military officials raised concerns about the object's path and altitude, saying it was a safety flight hazard and a threat due to its potential surveillance capabilities. This marks the 3rd object blasted out of the sky in just 3 days, and comes a week after a Chinese surveillance balloon had Americans' eyes glued to the sky.
They do appear somewhat trigger happy, although this is certainly preferable to the permissive environment that they showed when the Chinese spy balloon was coming over some of our most sensitive sites.
Military leaders say the Pentagon has been more closely scrutinizing U.S. airspace. Officials are still collecting data to determine what the recent objects are, as bipartisan calls for transparency grow.
Why it's taking so long for number one, for me personally, to identify these objects. 2, why is it taking so long for them to be shot down?
We are going to continue to share as much information with the American people as we can as we learn more about these objects.
Lawmakers are pushing for a briefing on the unidentified flying objects. The Pentagon continues to search for debris and answers about their nature and purpose. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
St. Louis County is making it easier to do business with the government. At a news conference today, County Executive Sam Page announced a new option for contractors to apply for permits. An online portal is now available to seek approval for construction projects in St. Louis County. Page believes this web portal will save contractors millions of dollars and help bring more business to St. Louis County. Keeping local art alive. That's what the Regional Arts Commission, known as RAC, hopes to do through grants. Right now, artists and organizations can apply for funding toward upcoming projects. RAC will be granting up to $2 million to area artists. To apply, you must be 19 years old or older, and you must live in St. Louis City or County and have lived there for at least 1 year. To find out more, head to KSDK.com. Look for this story in the As Seen on TV section.